Hello friends, and welcome to Yoga and Qigong, a hip strengthening practice. Together we'll generate more power that helps us propel forward to help improve flexibility, mobility, and range of motion in our legs, hips, hamstrings, and quads. We'll start in butterfly. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. You can sit on something if your knees are higher than your hips. We'll help leverage the spinal cord and bring more ease into the low back and hip joints. We'll breathe in and out. We have a longer practice for you today. I hope you enjoy it. Remember to let the pose come to you, no force. Try to stay somewhat in the middle during the practice. And remember, the breath is all we really need. We'll slowly begin coming out of the pose, rounding and rising. Tuck the chin. You can use an exhale or an inhale. We'll come back to center and shake it out. Now we'll turn and twist slightly opposite shoulder blade over to opposite knee. You can bring your chin past your shoulder blade, just depends on your leverage. Just take it slow. Ideally, twist and turn on the exhale. Inhale to center. And we'll come back to center, last one. And we'll do a quick little river wave, side to side motion. The next position is a wave. We jet the chin forward, C-curve the spinal cord back. The breath can go in as you reach forward and exhaling back as you come up, or the breath pattern can reverse. Exhaling forward and inhaling up. See what works for you as we work on our spinal undulation, bringing more suppleness. Now we look at the chin and sternum and go down to come back up. River waving and gliding the other direction. So good for the spinal cord, creating these S shapes. As we marinate the hips, working Tao Yin, guiding the energy of the body. And we'll shake it up. Now we'll circle. Finger pads out in front of the shin, soles still together. Hands can be on the knees too. And we just glide up and around and back again. The breath can be natural here. Finding an ease-filled flow in the practice. Let's go the other way. So warming up the hips as we build on top of the sequence. Let's finish up there and shake it out. We'll bring the body into a pose called deer. Left shin forward, right knee into the sole of the foot. We'll turn over to that left side, set the hands out in front of the shin and the quad, heart faces the knee, and we'll do those side to side twists again. Opposite shoulder blade to opposite wrist, perhaps looking over the shoulder blade if that's there. Exhaling down, inhaling, sweeping lightly across. We'll finish up. Now we'll take small push-ups. The elbows drive back. You can tent the palms, pushing into the finger pads, or have planted palms towards floor. Inhale up, slowly exhale down. Another way to marinate the hips and work the upper body. Now we'll take the sciatic turn. We turn towards that right side, down, up, over, and repeat. You can inhale down, ideally exhale up and over. We only need a few here, but these are so valuable and rejuvenating to the sciatic nerve. We'll come back to center. Now scoop that right leg out to the right side. You can hold it And we'll circle the ankle. Full range of motion one way and the other. Now we'll tap and tap. The body moves away from the leg, tap to the right, lift and hinge and tap to the left. Just see what's there. It's a nice way to stretch and kind of rinse out that leg. Which brings us into the next sequence. We'll grab the leg and come into side bend neck release. Left sole foot into inner right thigh. And we'll do some more waves. Reach across and over through the left. And we paintbrush inside the right. Inhale left, exhale right. And the breath can go the other way too. Find your rhythm. Find your waves. And we're adding on here into a side bend, neck release. In just a moment, we'll take the arm over to the right side and side bend the body. In breath and out breath. Releasing the muscles of the low back and side body. Now we'll set the hand down outside of the hip and paintbrush the right side open as we honor the hip rising up to the skies, known as open the gates. Let's do it a couple rounds. Out to the side, together, and up to the sky to create all of that pain-free, happy, healthy hip movement. We'll tee the arms out and set them down. Tippy toe the feet, bring the knees together, and we'll windshield wiper side to side. We'll come back to the other way. Right shin forward, left knee into the sole of the foot. Back foot anchors into the glute, kind of like tucking it into like your shirt into your pocket. And then we'll shimmy side to side into these soft twists for the midline of the spine. Take your time, just move slowly. These deer poses are so great for all the sitting that we do. If you sit for long periods, try this. And now we'll push gently down and up. Chest plate over the knee, elbows draw back. Ideally an exhale down, inhale up, but the breath can go the other way. Now we'll find the sciatic turns. One hand on each side of the legs, chest over the knee. It's a slow turn and look over the shoulder blade. It's a great spinal twist and releases pressure through the lumbar spine and the outside of the leg. Guiding and directing the chi through the various meridian lines of the body. All right, we'll take the leg out, grab the knee, and we'll circle the ankle full range. Couple one way and then the other. And now we'll tap and swing it across. Body moves away from the leg moves away from the body. In breath and out breath. And we'll come into the side bend, neck release, other side. Left leg forward, right foot inside of left inner thigh, and we'll find the waves. I like to think of the hands like paintbrushes, just opening and creating and rejuvenating and releasing all the stiffness of the body like a canvas. Just go for it. Yoga and Qigong is such an art. It's a beautiful thing to do for the whole body, mind, body, and spirit. The side bends, and then we'll come into the opening of the gates. Paintbrush open, hips to the sky, heart, chest plate, root into knee and heel, and we'll go a couple rounds. Another great hip flexor stretch. When we come down, we'll tee the arms out, in breath, and out breath lower. Now the next pose is tabletop, and I have to grab a knee pad, in this case a little pillow from outside. So take the hips now. If you need knee support, great. If not, great. Side to side. And when you turn the hips one side, you can turn the chin across the shoulder blade the other side. Nice side to side sweeps. Opening the tensor fascia, opening the IT band. And then we'll find these big long circles in the body through child's and table and almost a plank. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Shoulder blades over the wrists. Breath natural and ease-filled. Just flow with it. See where it takes you. We'll shake it out and go the other way. We'll come back to center. We'll roll the wrists the other way. Shake it up. Now we'll take the forearms down and come into a pose that's a little bit more physical and fun. We'll come into the abs and the forearms and come to dolphin. So we float the starting point of dolphin, lifting the knees, and then we'll slowly gather the legs into extension. Tail up high, hips up high, and then slowly float and tap back down. It can be an exhale, and elongating the legs can be an inhale. The shoulder blades drive back, not forward. The head does not touch, and the elbows push energetically down and towards your knees. Opening up the hamstrings, the hips, and the core wall. And then we'll set it down and come into a child's, or grab the ankles and lift the hips off the floor. And this time the head can come on the ground. Beautiful back stretch, midline stretch. We'll start to come out of the pose. Tailbone back to heels. We'll rise up through heroes and shake it all out. We'll come back to tabletop. Now the right forearm comes down and the left leg goes back, and we circle the left leg. Point the toes. The circles can be as big or as little as you need them to be. Move with the hips, the ribs. We'll go the other way. Get the breath in there. We'll take the leg long. We'll tap the foot down and then squeeze the knee into the tricep. In breath and out breath. In breath for length, out breath for strength. Try to bring the knee right outside of the elbow up through the tricep on that left side. Inhale down, exhale up and over. And we'll set the foot down, both hands underneath the shoulder blades, and we'll slowly glide forward and back. Plank position. Let's glide both legs. You can have your knees down to modify. We'll finish here. Take the knees back down. We'll vinyasa. You can do an upward facing or low cobra. Lower back down. Again, repeat. In breath. Heart to sky, chest, chin. Exhale, lower, elbows draw back. One more time. We'll tuck the toes, come back into table position with the left forearm down, right leg back. Let's circle. Opening up the ball and socket of the hip joint. The knee can be bent. Let's go the other way. Full range of motion for that femur bone. We'll come back to center. Now it's a little bit of a glide here, so tap and then bring knee right up to that tricep. The exhale is the squeeze, the inhale is the extension. We'll tap the toe and glide forward back. Great for the Achilles and calf muscles. Shoulder blades over our wrists. Here we go, back to table, little shake. Tuck the toes, wave the tail back to the heels, and then slowly rise into a downward dog. We'll wash it out, rinse, pedal the knees. Take a nice out of the nose or mouth. Let's come back down to tabletop position. Knees under hips, hands under shoulder blades. Shake it out a little bit. We'll do a one arm, one leg extension. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Inhale to rise and extend. Exhale to lower and bring it back to center. Try to point the toes and reach with the finger bones. You can bend the elbow and the knee. Just depends on where you want to take this. Full range if it's there. Another must-do move for the hips and shoulder blades. Now we'll take the right leg back and bring it forward into a low lunge. It's a 90-degree lunge, knee over ankle. We'll take the hands on the hips, bring the left arm up towards the sky, and we'll side bend slowly over to the right. We'll come back to center in-breath. Bend the front knee, out-breath, side bend to the right. Opening the intercostals and pulsating from the femur bone, knee over ankle. Another hip flexor stretch. Side bend stretch. Bring both arms up and we'll play with the sweeping the arms back behind. Inhale to rise, exhale to sweep back. Bring the arms up, sweep it back, bend the front knee. And we'll take the hands down, bend the front leg, knee to knee. We'll do a light vinyasa, lowering chaturanga, upward facing low cobra, always an option to skip this as well. Lower back down, tuck the toes, back to table, table to child's, push into the hand bones, and child slowly to downward dog. Pedal it up. We'll come through the other side. Knee down, left foot forward, right underneath the knee, and slowly rise. Take that moment to adjust and find the alignment. Left hand on the hip and we'll side bend, right arm up and over. Come up and over, nice and slowly. As you bend the front knee, you side bend the side body. To come back to center, the legs straightens. And no two sides are alike. Just feel how the second side of the sequence is working for you. Try to stay in the middle of the pose. Not too much, not too little, just enough. Bring the arms up and we'll play with the sweeping the arms back. Inhale, rising, long leg. Exhale, sweeping and hip hinging to draw the arms behind you. We'll bring the arms up again, bend the front knee, sweep it back, last one, and then bring the hands down. Back leg, knee to knee, light vinyasa, upward facing low cobra. heart to sky, lower back down to table, table to child's, and then child's to downward facing dog. Take a moment here, shake it out, let go of the head, try to see between the thighs. We'll bend the knees and walk or jump to the middle of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root and then rise into mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now we'll come into our feet a little bit wider than the hips. Interlace the hands with the palms and we'll work side bends. We leave the waist all the way down through the feet quite still. Side bend to the left and look to the right. Back to center, side bend to the right and look to the left. Side bends bring balance to the entire body. They also strengthen the abdominal, hip, and thigh muscles, as well as improving flexibility, mobility, and range of motion. And we'll take the arms back out to the sides and roll the shoulder blades. It's all about the chair here. Bend the knees, hip hinge the spinal cord, and we'll sweep the arms back and forth. In breath forward, out breath back. I'll show you from a side angle. A couple more. The chair pose is a strengthening pose as we work this hip strengthening class. The chair engages your legs, upper back, lower back, shoulders, hamstrings, hips, glutes, and the feet. Now let's twist. Left elbow to right knee, back to center, then right to left, back to center. Try to keep the knees square and the feet facing forward. In those feet, lift the arches and root through the ball and the heel, finding a strong chair legs. Exhale to the sides, inhale to center. Now we're just cross and feel a little bit more physicality in that position. Helping to improve our core muscles and core strength. Now we're going to take the right elbow into the left knee, push the hands together, stack the elbows, peel the foot off the floor, and begin to rise. We'll take a breath in, looking over to that left side. Exhale, lowering down. Take a breath to center, and we'll switch. Left to right, peel, and then rise. So let the pose come to you. Try not to think about it. And breath up. And out breath, hold it and lift and twist and feel that strength and that power as you come into one standing leg. Come back to center and we'll round to fold. Now press the palms of the hands into the soles of the feet and pose called gorilla. And shake it out a little bit. Bobble. And then we'll round to rise. Upper back, neck, head, and shoulder blades. Shake all that out. Now in this part of Qigong, the 7-part hip opener class, check out one of the videos that I've recently posted. This is called the tiger. And the tiger just rakes down as you exhale, in as you cross the finger pads up through the midline. It's just such a cleansing act. Just claws raking out the stagnant chi of the organs and releasing it back to the earth. Opens the low back and the groin, as well as those amazing hips. Now we'll hold the posture with the elbows on the knees, heel toe in lightly. And you can stay here and hold, or you can come down to goddess. Palms together, hold. You can sit on something too, or put some rolled up towel or something underneath your soles. We'll come back to the held position with elbows on the thighs. Circle the wrists. Just taking a moment here, rest and holding that strength. And we'll round to slowly rise again, coming out of the pose. Shake it all out. Now we have a 3-part hip movement. Lift, shift, sink. Rise that left leg up and over like high knees. Lift, shift, sink, rise, tap. Lean, lift, rise, tap. So high knees with a light squat. Hands are at the hips for now, and eventually we'll add on. It's an internal, external rotation of the hip joint. Really great for working balance. Now let's add those arms. Up and over and down again, around. Light landing on the feet, high in those knees, strong in that breath. Come back to center and shake it all out. Hands back on the hips. Now the hip sequence here is 3-part movement. We glide up, out, turn the knee down so heel comes to glute, then drive it in. Inhale out, turn, gather the breath, and drive the knee forward. You might want some balance. You can even sit and do this work. Try to point the toe and bend the standing leg. Work slowly and with breath. We'll shake it out and then go to the other side. Lift, shift, rise. Find the balance. Lift, shift, rise, bring it up. Out. Turn the knee, rotate the hip, heel back, knee forward. Creating a circle from the hip to the knee to the ankle and feet. Strong standing position here. All right, we'll shake all of that out. Well done. Now we'll leg swing. Left leg forward, right leg back. And we'll swing the leg. Hand can be on the hip. You can counterbalance the arm, opposite hand. They swing back and forth. There's a light, springy feel here if you have that. You can always take the hands on the wall or on a chair, finding your balance. We'll swing, point. This is a great warm-up for the quad stretch that's coming. And amazing for the femur bone, for my runner friends, if you sit for long periods. Now grab the ankle, I'll show you from a side view, and then the front. Knee faces the floor, hand grabs that heel, heel to glute, and then the Qigong arm on that right side. Steadying the balance, steadying the gaze. Thank you, quad stretch. We'll shake it out in front, shake it out to the side, and back behind. All right, we'll go the other way. Left leg forward, right leg back. Left leg back, right leg forward, and we'll swing. Hand on the hip for a balance, but if you don't need the hand on the hip, you can just swing and counterbalance the work. Try to find that springiness in the feet. And for best results, practice daily. Keep it going, keep moving. And try to get outside when you can. It's very rejuvenating. We've seen the hummingbirds just floating and flying around. It's pretty cool. Grab the ankle, knee towards floor, bend the standing leg, root through the heel and the ball of the foot, lifted arch. And you've got that beautiful Qigong arm out to the side. Gaze is soft, breath is soft. Shake it out in front, shake it out to the side, and shake it back behind. And shake it all out. Knock a little bit. Now we'll do elephant reaches, where we scrape and glide. In the elephant, you're pretending to be the elephant trunk. And you round to fold, gather to rise. In breath, follow the gaze with the hands on the out breath. Smoothing out all the work we've done through the legs and the hips and the back and the shoulder blades. Ironing out the wrinkles. Gathering all that purity back in the body, all that life force. We'll take the arms out and shake it off. Now we're coming back down to the floor with our forearms down in a seated, knees bent, hip distance. It's a cow rise and a cat wrap. A pelvic floor work here, arcing to open on in-breath and wrapping to curl the pubic bone in on out-breath. It's working pelvic floor, such an important muscle bones surrounding our hip flexors. All right, now we're going to take some ab work here. Lift the knees, lift the feet, and crunch in. Essentially the same type of movement we prepped, and now we add knees to forehead. In breath rising, up breath contracting. Point the toes, keep slow and keep it strong. Take the feet down. We'll windshield wiper side to side. Now we'll come to the side. The knees will go over to that right side. And we'll take that side body, bend the knees, stack the hand behind the nape of the neck, and we'll crunch opposite elbow to opposite knee, carving and curling, and arcing open, and contracting and pressing and curling in. Finding obliques, finding that beautiful strength and core, that power, helping us to propel forward. Here we go. Crunch it out. Come back to center. Take a moment. Windshield wiper it out. Side to side. Let's go to the other way. Hand behind the nape. Crunch and squeeze. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Then we crunch, we pulse. There we go, a couple more. Back to center, elbows. Extend the legs, kind of take a rest, take a rinse. Bend the knees again, 90 degree, and we'll bicycle. Forward and back, forward and back. Point the toe, use the breath, pretty natural here. Push into those elbows and lift the chest plate, squeezing the back muscles. Let's go the other way, bicycling backwards. Not only core, but also hips and legs. Now we'll take it to the spine. Ankle on the knee, left ankle on the right knee. Interlace the hands either into the shin or behind the knee, and we'll circle the ankles. It's called a back release pose or supine half pigeon. And it's such a great way to rinse and rejuvenate the hips and the low back, the groin. It's a gentle stretch. And we can grab behind the knee, extend the leg. Take the foot down and we'll find a recline twist. L the left arm out to the side. You can look that direction. You can look towards the sky or even over to the right. Now the lung is open all the way down through the hip flexor. So breathe in there. Breathe in and out. Maybe take the hand and massage it into the low back. We'll come back to center, unravel the ankle to knee, and we'll move through the other side. Try to keep the shoulder blades flat, the chin tucked in. Circle the ankles again. Ankles love circulated motion and movement. Squeeze. Interlace behind the knee if it's there. Be gentle on the hamstring. And we'll take it to a recline twist. What a joy to be on this journey with you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that your hips feel quite rejuvenated as we move through the rest of our day. Check out more amazing practices coming your way. Ancient wisdom and modalities for our modern day aches and pains. All right, we'll bring the body over to the side. Let's scoop on up. We'll come to our seated position. Hands to heart center, so very grateful. Thank you so much for being here. Stay tuned for the next, and thank you so much for subscribing. From my heart to yours, namaste. Yay.